Good evening and welcome to Dog Talk. I'm Dan Camilleri.
And I'm Laura McKillop. Tonight
How's
we're
going?
speaking with Oscar Thorpe. Sorry, I thought Dan was going to say it then.
No, you're right. How you
That's
going?
our bad prep work. How's it going, buddy?
Yeah, good, thank you. How are you guys?
Pretty well, thanks.
Good,
Good.
thanks, mate.
Yeah.
We're just saying before we went on air there, how you got a little bit of rain down there or out there?
Yeah, had a little bit of rain, not too much last week, but yeah, might do something.
Has it held you up at all, mate? Or
What's that, sorry?
has it held you up at all?
Nah.
Yeah.
Been pretty good. Yeah, it's starting to sort of dry off a bit now if you don't get any more.
Yeah.
All that winter feed sort of starting to go away a bit.
For our listeners tonight, mate, where is home?
From Branxton originally, down the Hunter near Singleton.
Yep.
Yeah, so I was born in Maitland and grew up at Branxton. Yeah.
And how about now?
Yeah, good pub there, Branxton pub. They're good pizzas.
Yeah, Federal.
Yeah. What about now, mate? Where's home these days?
Oxley Station.
Mm-hmm.
So it's in between sort of Warren and Campbell. Yeah.
And how long have you been there?
About 2 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And from Branxton to there, or was there?
No, I was working sort of Gloucester way near Barrington Tops.
Mm-hmm.
Worked there for a bit and yeah, just decided to come out. Yeah.
So that's very different sort of landscape, I'd imagine.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, a lot of sort of mountain sort of country over there and yeah, sort of come out here and it's flat and a lot of Gale Burr and got the Macquarie marshes there, which is here, yeah.
Young family as well, mate?
Yeah, got Georgia and Letty and Tatum. Yeah. No, it's good. It keeps me busy.
Mate, so out of Branxton, were you on property there or?
Nah, so I grew up in town. Oh, just out of town, North Rothbury. So it's in between sort of Branxton, Cessnocky sort of way. And yeah, had 2 acres there, mum and dad did. And yes, I went to school in Branxton and every holidays I used to go up to a bloke at Singleton's place, sort of from when I was 12 to 15, sort of that sort of age, and used to go up there every holidays and yeah, just mustering and just sort of got into sort of the stockman. That's all I wanted to be at school was go up north and do a bit, stockman sort of work, and then I ended up I think year 8 I went to Tocal College. Done my Cert 3 in Ag there. And then, ended up, working in the meatworks as a stockman and done a year there and then got flown up on to, Queensland, so Bowthorn Station in the Gulf country there and I was there for 4.5 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which was eye-opener at that age.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then,
so how old does that make you when you went up there then?
I was 15, 16. I only just got my L license. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, 16, I think it is. Yeah.
What did mum and dad do?
Dad's a mechanic and mum works as a receptionist at the hospital, Branxton. Yeah.
So you mentioned you had that opportunity to go and work for that bloke at Singleton.
Yeah.
How'd that come about?
Where was that connection?
Yeah,
my grandfather and everyone sort of knew of this bloke, Darcy Richards, and a good mate of mine now, Zed Pierce, that's his pop.
Yeah.
That's how it all sort of come about, and they knew I wanted to do that, and every holidays used to go up there.
Yeah.
Sort of got into the dogs. And what was that? Sorry.
You didn't want to swing spanners?
No, didn't know. But
Knight supporter?
What's that?
Did you have to follow the Knights growing up?
No, St George.
Oh no! Oh, Gaz would love him.
Yeah.
Gary White's already. He'll be sending messages already.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
So tell us a bit, when you'd go out Singleton there, what would they have you doing? Like a young fella that's still on the edges of the city, what would you be doing out there?
Oh, I just learnt everything, like ride a horse and bit of butchering, shoeing, everything really. Yeah, he was a good fella, old Darce, and he always had a few dogs, sort of not the handle you'd want on them, pretty sort of rough, but it sort of got, at that age you were like, oh, it's pretty cool, just gathering something, could bring coming back, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, yeah, learnt pretty well everything though, like with him and fencing, and then yeah, got shipped to Queensland.
So, that was after Tokel in
Yeah,
Queensland. Yeah.
yeah,
So,
after Tocal, yeah, I done sort of 12 months in the meatworks as a stockman, and then yeah, boss at the time asked if I wanted to go up north, and that's what I wanted to do. So I got flown straight up on a plane, 16, and yeah, stayed there for 4.5 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
What were you doing up there?
Oh, everything. Yeah, I was working as a ringer, I guess you'd call it, but yeah, it was good. It was 650,000 acres, and yeah, you learnt everything. Like, you know, jack of all, master of none, as they say. But you just have to do everything because you're that far away and learn. And yeah, like, one day you might be changing split rims, or next day shoeing a horse and lick runs, like everything. Yeah, it was really good.
as a 16-year-old coming out of Tokel College, how much did you think you knew compared to once you landed and spent a few days there and went, holy shit, like a bit of a culture shock? Or
Yeah, it was pretty nerve wracking because I lived at the quarters too, which was probably 200 meters away from everyone by myself. And yeah, just to get flown straight up there and just in the middle of nowhere. And then, yeah, it was a shock. Like, yeah, just met the manager, and I were there for about 12 months together by ourselves. And then, yeah, we got another fella. And yeah, no, it was, yeah, a bit of a shock, I suppose.
out of the fry pan into the fire.
Yeah, and
Yeah, yeah.
as a young fella, obviously there wasn't that big group. Like most people think go up north and there's, a team of
Party.
10 or 20 of them,
Yeah.
big party, all the rest. Like you didn't have that. Like how'd you go, I guess, was the neighbours close or
Nah, there
grow
was
up
no one
quick?
about, but we had contractors come sort of May and September for a month, or might be 2 months, second
Yeah.
round, first round. And that was always good. Like, you always look forward to that at the end, like people coming and going and mustering. And yeah, that was sort of about it, really, unless you went to a camp draft or rodeo or something. Yeah.
Mate, do you mind if I ask how old you are? I was
26.
26. So it's still not that long ago. Like, most people can't do it 2 weeks in Macca's these
No.
days because it's too much of a culture shock. He's done 4
Yeah.
years in the middle of
At
nowhere.
16.
Yeah.
At 16, 10 years
Yeah.
ago. Like,
I was still going to school.
Yeah.
There was no way at 16 they were shipping me to Queensland. No.
No, that's what. Yeah, that's all I wanted to do, was go up north. But
And did you meet Georgia up there or down
no,
here?
I met Georgia at Scone.
shoeing her
Yeah,
horse.
what's that?
Shoeing her horse.
No, just on Facebook. I think I met her.
Yeah, Facebook. So good to
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
You mentioned shoeing a couple of times tonight. Like, but you obviously you didn't grow up with horses, so to speak. So was that something you learned on the go, or what was the draw to the ponies, mate?
Oh, just with old, Das and whatnot, and yeah, always, was loved it, like the stockman sort of side of stuff, and dogs, horses, and everything, animals. And then yeah, it was mainly up north. Like, I done a bit with Das shoeing, and then went up north, and probably because we had to, shoe the plant horses, and yeah, just got into it then, and then yeah, still to this day I do a few outside horses and whatnot, and get into it. Yeah, I don't mind it.
That was my next question. Do you enjoy it, or you just do it?
Oh, depends what day it is, I suppose. Yeah.
So what brought you back down to New South then?
I ended up I went back. So after around the 4.5 years at Bothorn, I went to Thargomindah. Well, actually, I come back down, and yeah, it was just for the same company, and yeah, just it's going sort of here, there, everywhere. And then ended up at Thargomindah. I done, I think, 6 months there, which is in between, sort of out near Cunnamulla way.
It used to be my servo fuel stop when I was heading up north.
Yeah.
Remember?
No, I went up there and done a bit there, and then just sort of wanted to come back down, and yeah, just work in a mountain sort of place. And like always, in between actually Das and sort of Tokal. At Tokal, I went to a place called Ballarang Station. And I always said to the manager, like I want to come back here. And he offered me a job too as well, but I wanted to go up north. And yeah, ended up giving him a call when I come back down and ended up at Ballarang then. So yeah, I was there for I think 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there, and I was overseeing the place there. It was really good. Like done all sort of regen ag and yeah, a lot of horse and dog work in the mountains, which was really good. That's when sort of the dogs come about, I suppose.
Were you using dogs much when you're up in Queensland?
No, well, the odd contractor would have one.
Yep.
But I think because it's just too hot and too far, they'd only use them in the yards a bit, sort of weaning.
Yep.
But nah, not really. Not as much as they do now, I've sort of seen, but yeah. So yeah, my first dog was was a pig dog at home. So it was in between sort of Tokal and that, and then yeah, lost it, and then yeah, just got back into the pigging when I went up north, and yeah, just was pigging all the time up there.
What else do you do in your free time up there?
No, that was it. Just
Yeah.
pigging, yeah. So pig and work all through the week and sleep on the weekends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then when you started to come more south, you said that's when the working dogs come in.
Yeah, that's when they come about. Yeah. So just on that place, like, because I hadn't really done a great deal. Like I'd seen people work dogs and whatnot, and hadn't done a great deal. So I yeah, when I was there and I was overseeing the place, and thought I had to get a few dogs, and I ended up with a black pup I brought off Paul Anderton, his name was. He's near Coolaway, Tambar Springs. So I found it was in the land actually. Found him in the land, and yeah, went and brought him, and I sent it to a mate, and he goes, "Oh, that dog's bred pretty well." Like he went back to like sort of Keats Kelly and like Glenn Favourite, like Titus and whatnot, and a bit of Spoke, Trevor Nash's breeding in there. And yeah, he asked, so I had to get onto that, and I said, "Oh, the land," and yeah, and I ended up with him, and well, I actually got him before Ballarang, and so Pete Pierce then, he showed me a heap with dog too, like in between sort of there and Ballarang, and I was just sort of going here, there, everywhere, working and whatnot, and yeah, so he sort of started me like how to sort of get a dog going and whatnot, and yeah, ended up being a pretty good dog. I wish I had him now. And Pete had him for a fair while too, just sort of training him up a bit for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On a side note, how good was the land paper?
Yeah.
The second favourite after the trading post.
That's it.
You still
get it, and used to highlight all the shit I didn't need, but I wanted it all.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah. No, it was good. Got a bargain out of
it. So when you were there, still cattle work or?
Yeah, all cattle work. Yeah, we had a mob of sheep there just to train pups on, but it was just, yeah, all cell grazing down the bottom. And then just big mobs, like lot of impact. And then up the back, we just used to run like a lot of breeders.
Yep.
That would sort of, trade sort of between 2,000 and 3,000 a year, just cows and calves, and yeah, just running them over the cells, just looking after the land a lot too.
Yep.
Which was, yeah,
like
really
kind of stuff.
Yeah, just putting impact and just spelling it. Yeah. No, it was really good. I really enjoyed it.
And you're at Oxley now. What's that running?
So it's a breeder operation, and we run a few trade steers as well. We do that F1 cross at first, first cross with the Wagyus, and just for that low birth weight, and yeah, we just mainly cows and calves. Yeah, it's good, and big mobs. We've got the Macquarie marshes here, so could be between 10,000 and 20,000 acres underwater at times. So it's pretty hard on horses and dogs, and then you got the Galbur to go with it too.
That back into national park, would it?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Are you dodging poachers every now and then as well?
No, you get the odd one, but yeah,
Find your dog.
it might get bogged a bit. But yeah.
So before you went there, like when you're still at Thargo, did you go back towards Gloucester, Scone way?
No, I went back to Branxton after that.
Yeah.
And then I was just, sort of going here, there, everywhere. And then, met, Pete Pierce is, so Darcy I was talking about.
Yep.
So his daughter, he's married with Pete Pierce.
Yep.
So that's how I sort of got, in with Pete, and he showed me a fair bit with a dog, and
We're talking about Pierce's, right? Like he's
Yeah.
the same Pete I'm thinking of. Yeah.
I didn't realize that Zeb Pierce. I don't follow on Facebook, but obviously Camp Rafter, and you see it around. I didn't realize that was that connection there.
Yeah.
That's father's son.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Small world.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, I said your grandfather. Yeah.
Yeah. Small world when you start
Yeah.
picking up the dots of, horses, dogs, they all intertwine.
Yeah. Interact somehow.
Realize that's for sure. Yeah.
A bit of line breeding.
Yeah. Well.
No, because when you started talking about like when you mentioned Pete, then I started thinking about some of the lines that are in some of the dogs I have actually in my camp here.
Yeah.
Through some real handy dogs.
Yeah.
Been lucky enough to meet Pete a couple of times a few years ago.
Yeah.
Really
nice people there.
And have you got many of his dogs in your line now?
I sort of swap and trade with Zeb a bit and whatnot. Like he a couple of times trained sort of a horse for me, and then I've took a dog on for him, or vice versa, which is good. But no, he's got a bitch there that I bred she's a pretty handy bitch. I had her out here and carted her a bit. She's a good bitch, but I think he's going to join her back to his dog, the Trig. Yeah. And,
sorry, I'm assuming you're doing a bit on horse still, based on where you are.
Yeah.
All right, it'd be a bit too soggy to get wheels in there a bit.
Yeah, so it's all sort of horse and helicopters in the marsh anyway. You can't sort of get in there. I've used dogs a couple of times, but just too hard on them.
Yeah,
in there, and just use dogs everywhere else. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you're still doing a bit with your horses away from work?
Yeah, doing a few camp drafts and whatnot here and there.
Don't get modest, mate. You said doing a few camp drafts. Like you did well earlier this year, didn't you?
Yeah, not too bad at Geary, and got a little place at one not long ago as well, which is good. Yeah, I haven't done. Oh, I went to one last weekend. Didn't have any luck, but I done a bit of announcing, which was good. Something different. Give it a go.
What made you pick up the mic?
Oh, they needed a hand and had a few beers, and I was like, yeah, right, I'll jump on it. More beers I had, the better I got.
I love that.
Yeah. Next day, they hit me up to do it again. So I was a bit the same that morning, though. A bit steady, and then once we got going, I was right.
Got the hang of it.
Yeah. No, it was good.
You want to tell us a little bit about your dogs, mate? What do you have there? What do you like?
Oh, I don't really have a preference of what I like. Just like I reckon there's plenty of good dogs about that I like anyway. But I got Barry, 3-legged dog Buck, Flip, which is the full litter mate to Barry, and then a few pups there. That's sort of my team at the moment. Just 4 of them. And just trying to get the next best thing, I suppose. We're trying to.
What do you have to see in a pup for you to go on with it?
I like good natured and like type. Like them, a bit nice when they fire straight away, but some take a bit longer than others, I reckon. But that's sort of it, I suppose. Just ones that work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said you and Zeb have sort of swapped a few things here and there.
Yeah.
Is there, obviously you're using like those lines, but are there other lines that you've sort of gravitate towards, or you find keep working well for you?
Yeah, I've used a dog recently, Reg. So Brendan Horridham bred Reg. So he's by Wacko out of a dog bitch called Flick. And there's a bit of sort of breeding this sort of similar there with through like Buck's father. So yeah, just to sort of keep it tight but a bit out as well, because everything I've got sort of related, like pretty close, and yeah, just sort of try that, and yeah, I really like those pups, and yeah, mate of mine's got Reg, Jack Henkel, and yeah, no, they're all pretty good so far. They've all fired, so but see how they go. I suppose nice types.
I love how you keep a register of what you're breeding and breeding to a type and whatnot, but you're also breeding crossbred dogs as well.
Yeah,
You don't just live in a camp. You just love your
yeah,
dogs.
yeah.
Do you want to talk us through that? Like how was there a decision you had to make somewhere, or where you went, no, I'm not going to be a Kelpie or a Collie man, or I'm just going to be breed for what I do or pick for what I do, or
Yeah, I don't know where it sort of come about. I suppose at Ballarang, like you like mustering a lot of cows and calves and whatnot. So sort of wanted a stronger dog, and a dog that had plenty of work and everything. Just sort of good bush dog. But yeah, I reckon you'd sort of off Milo and Pete Crow and all them fellas, like they all sort of keep him half tight, like just keep the genetics there, I suppose. And that's what sort of I've found. Just keep it all sort of similar within the family. Just yeah, that's sort of why I kept it the same, but just went a little bit out. Just then you can cross it back with something else if it works. Yeah, I reckon.
anything you'd like to bring into the line of dogs you have?
Oh, there's plenty of dogs out there. Yeah, like Brendan Horridham, he's got some really good work dogs. Like he come out here contracting, and yeah, he's got some really, I reckon, probably the sort of best sort of work dogs I've seen. As it like the whole lot.
Yeah.
They might not be good at everything, but they've all got their place. And yeah, I really like his dogs just for work and whatnot. Yeah, so he's and I love Milo's dogs, like with all the bit of style and the handle and everything. And I really like Dick Chapman, some of his dogs, the collie sort of side. And yeah, there's a heap of dogs that yeah I'd take home every day of the week at a trial. Yeah.
And talking about trialing, like you've done a few.
Yeah, done a fair few. Yeah, over probably sort of 4 years, I reckon. Yeah.
The Geary Open.
I know that. I was just
cow dog.
I was letting him say that one.
He won't
Yeah.
say. He's too modest. He's running in the Encourage one year and reading the Open the next year.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
How much did you enjoy that, mate?
Yeah, no, it was good. Like, yeah, Geary. Like, and I just like the whole show. I reckon it's a good show. Like, I go down and break in the cattle and do a bit there every year. Well, the last 2 years anyway. And yeah, I reckon it'll be a really good show. Like soon, like very big sort of. I reckon it'll be one of the biggest ones going around the way it's going. Yeah. And
you're selling yourself a bit short. This guy doesn't leave the cattle place for like a week. Like he's working the cattle, managing it all. Mate, you do an awesome job there. You get it in, you get your hands dirty, you're running dogs, you're helping people out, you're judging at the same time. Like
yeah, I had a crack at judging there last year.
Yeah. How was that, mate? What did you enjoy?
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it, and you actually like. I think in the long run, like, will help with your trialing because you can actually, you're seeing like you're watching, and yeah, no, it's good, and you see where people could have moved a little bit or helped their dog a bit more or whatever.
Yeah,
I reckon it's really good. I enjoy it. I'd like to do more of it.
Needed the gumboots this year, mate.
Yeah, yeah, pretty boggy,
right?
Rainy,
and even then, like he's there with his horses, moving stock around with his horses and getting around. Like Yeah,
out of it.
he does, mate. He does.
Nah, it was good. Nah, I enjoyed it all. Yeah, really good.
How did you end up in that role there?
Well, I hadn't never done Geary before until I think it was 3 years ago, and yeah, Pete Crow said, "I'll come over and have a few runs," and I was like, "Yeah, right." The ute was broken down, so I only took Barry and George's little Suzuki Swift in the boot, and
talk about commitment to get to a trial.
Yeah, went there, and I got third in the Open that my first year there, and then Pete Crow was sort of helping out with the cattle and whatnot, and Dane sort of just started getting into it all with the cattle and cattle side of it. Like he's big on the sheep, and he's like, "Oh, do you want to like be the sort of main man of the cattle down there?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll give it a crack." And yeah, since then, so been back there and breaking the cattle in, and helping out and help with the course, and been lucky. Like always had like like yourselves, like you guys help out, and Zach and Grace have been really good too. Like they come and like judge there and set up the course, and like Murray, and it's been good. There's a heap of good people that go there.
So 3 years, mate. What keeps you coming back and keeps you?
Oh, I just love it. Just it's a really good trial. Like I haven't done a great deal sort of trialing as much as I would have liked to have done. Like I think I've done Scone and Cooler, like those ones, but I haven't just been out here. Like I haven't got to as many as I would like to because it's just a bit of a hike everywhere. And Geary's only, about 2.5 hours away, so it's a good.
Only, I was thinking most people, other than Gary and Ange, and I can't think of too many off the top of my head, travel 2+ hours to run a trial. That's commitment. That's most people do it half an hour, max an hour down the road. Like
yeah, and I reckon it's like I said, like it's really good. Like Zach and Grace and Murray, like Pete Rutherford, all those fellas, like if they can judge and whatnot, and like I reckon it's credit to them too. The same thing, like they drive up and to do it, which is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you'd like to change with the cattle section? Try. I know you're very open minded about just trying to find the best dog and
I'd like in the trial sort of aspect, like what I'd like to do. You reckon, or
that, or even like Geary, whatever.
There's a few things we're going to try it, like Geary, like with the trial, like the cattle side of it, but didn't get to do them. Like we sort of come down, it might be a bit sort of tricky, sort of not tricky, like anything's possible, I reckon, but just time consuming, I suppose. But I'd like to do sort of more of like a bush one as well, like just a bush dog trial, like have a buggy there or whip or something. And
sorry, mate, I'm laughing because this is what we were talking about over dinner today. It was bush dog cattle trials.
I really like them, and well, that's another thing too. Like I ran one at Ballarang when I was there, like a McCullen trial through Tony McCullen. It was really good. I always liked those. Like I only done that one, but it was. I just liked it. It's just like work, I suppose, like a job. Yeah.
And what about yourself, mate? You split that up when you started.
Yeah.
What's that? Sorry.
What about for yourself? Is there something you would like to do or achieve?
Oh, I'd love to win a lot more. I think we all do, but just getting to them, I suppose, is another thing. And I'd like to get a few, young dogs like going pretty well, and I would like to put one through a sale, like if Geary runs one or somewhere, put one through and see how we go.
While we're talking about young dogs, obviously a lot of your work, just all your work, is cattle. How do you go getting your young dogs started? You mentioned earlier where you're working, you had like trainer sheep.
Yeah.
How do you do it? How do you go these days?
We got a few sheep here and a bit of a round yard, and a couple of coolers there that we just muck around with dogs and whatnot. And probably not as like not as like I don't do as much of them, I suppose, as what I used to do. I sort of just get them started, and I think if they're going to go, they're going to go. So I just sort of once I know they're going and whatnot, and I just not as like at Ballarang, like I used to work them nearly once, twice a week, like pretty flat out. But now I just sort of probably I'm a bit lazy on it, I suppose, and probably the kids and stuff too. But I try and get the sort of manners a bit better because, like, if I'm not working, I'm just get the manners and stuff around the home and kennels and stuff, and get a stop on them and all that sort of stuff. And but I try and work them when I can on the sheep, and grow them out and put them on a few weaners.
Do you think putting the effort into getting the manners makes up for that time you don't have to spend on training them?
Yeah, I think it does. Like, I think you can do too much with them, and it might sour them. Like I've done it before. Like, and you sort of cook them, and like you're working them. You might work them every day, like a pup, and they get sour on it. And I reckon you got to keep them like keen. Like, don't have to work them. Like once a week is fine or whatever, I reckon, or once every 2 weeks, but just keep them keen, and then next time they just going a little bit harder. I find next time you work them.
Do you reckon they can have the opposite effect of too many manners that can also?
Yeah, I reckon that too. I think if you get too much on them, they sort of look for you a bit more than the work. I think with some dogs, depending. Yeah.
Is that something you have to, a way that you gauge your dogs? Like, how do I say this? I've been rude. Like, so obviously, like our collies, right? They're probably looking for a little bit more help and guidance, but we can make them put too much manners on them quick. But those kelpies, if we're doing too much training on them, we probably might sour them up.
Yeah.
Do you find that helps you pick your dogs within the crossbred dogs of what you're going to keep based on their temperament, nature? Where you go about your manners?
Yeah, I reckon so. They
you see which way they're throwing a bit.
What's that? Sorry.
Like, kind of, you can see genetically which way they're throwing a bit.
Like, I reckon. Like, I've had a fair few pups by Buck, like a 3-legged dog. Like he and he was playing. He never started. So I got him at Ballarang off Byron Hubbard, who was a manager there, and never went on sheep or anything. And then we carted him for ages, and Byron said, I got this dog here, and just cart him to work, and he never went on sheep or anything. Good natured, everything, and good type, and never went. Just trotted along behind the horse, and then one day, he just in a gateway, we had mob of cows and calves there, and he wouldn't let the cows go past him. One ran over him, and then that was it. It was just like he was driven by excitement.
Yeah.
A bit like, and then that was it. And then same thing, like you'd put him on, try him on sheep, and that after he used to run straight past trainer sheep and go around cows or whatever. But now he works sheep, but he just a lot of people would have got rid of him, and then he just fired. And no, he's been a good dog. But I see a lot of that in his pups too. Like some don't fire straight away and whatnot, and sometimes I reckon if you give them a bit of time, they go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, just Barry's by Buck, yeah?
Yeah.
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 I like Barry. Barry's cool.
Yeah.
Barry's solid.
He's all right. Can get a bit annoying.
There you go. What annoys you about Barry?
Oh, probably the ignorance. Probably just driven a bit high, I suppose, at times. Like he can run through the bridle a bit when he wants to.
Run through the bridle. I love that.
I love it when people have horses and dogs and they use either term for both.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Oh, glad he had a trial. You seen him, Dan, like he'll blow cattle up a bit for no reason sometimes, but he gets it.
About his work.
Job done.
Yeah. He wants to make it happen.
I was going to say, would you find it frustrating if he was the opposite to that?
Oh, probably. I'd probably be there like, come on, get him delivered or something.
Yeah. So have you got a dog that's that perfect? Like middle, or you got
nah, just trying to get it, I suppose. Dog that has both, but it's that hard, I reckon. Just to keep the strength in the work.
So which one would you prefer then?
Oh, probably the strength. I reckon the work comes.
Yeah.
After a while, like Buck, like he was plain as anything, and then the work came. Like once he got going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those manners you talked about, do you want to talk a little bit about them and explain how you go about achieving it?
What's that? Sorry.
You talked about manners.
Yeah.
And I'm very similar, mate. Like I don't have time to be training on dogs all the time. Like you mentioned there, 1 or 2 days, once a week or a fortnight. It's probably about. So I think last time I worked with my young dogs would have been 2.5 weeks ago. So I'm in the same boat, and we've talked heavily about this. Like I'm in the same boat with manners because I just don't have the ability to work them down. So how do you go about achieving that?
I do a lot of like Milo sort of stuff, like in the cage, like with the door, like the name activation and all that sort of stuff. And I try and get a bit of a stop, like on a lead and stuff like that at home, and then with the sheep, like standing over and clapping and whatnot. But just manners. I like just to have them around and clip them up on a drover's chain and not to be sitting there and carrying on and whatnot. Just I like just good manners and getting him to jump on a ute or a buggy and or follow you up the road on the quad bike and go for a run and not pissing off and trying to chase everything. Just locked on sort of deal a bit. Yeah. Yeah.
And what about since the kids have come along, mate? How has it got easier or more difficult?
Dogs. Probably good with Tatum because he'll give it back to him a bit when they jump on him. But no, they're good with like they help out with the dogs and take them for a run up the road on their quads and no, it's good. Tatum's he loves the dogs. He comes out and feeds them, and sometimes you don't know who's getting more biscuits, the kid or the dog.
The kid. I love the honesty.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no, they love it.
But I can't stand doing anything on a lead with my young dogs. It just irritates me. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I do it every day with other people's dogs.
Yeah.
So like I'm really big on the manners, like before you enter the kennel, before you eat.
Yeah.
The kennel, sorry. But like I get my kids to do all the lead stuff. Like maybe a young fella there, like, what can I do, Dad? Take this dog for a walk.
Yeah.
Like
I done that with Letty not long ago, actually.
That's why you're work with it. Like
Yeah.
I love that. And like 26 years old, few kids, trying to working full time, keeping your partner happy as well and being their fit partner and trying to do some stuff for yourself. I imagine you're a little bit time poor.
Yeah. No, flat out all the time. And we're always doing something.
What would a day look like for you at present?
Well, today we mustered yesterday, and then we're just weighing heifers to get them to join a weight. So we had it was about 1,059. We weighed and they went their separate ways and just put them back on the oats there today and walked them back out and then just done a bit of fencing and cleaned a few troughs. Yeah.
And how did you muster them?
On horses and dogs. Yeah. Or just off an oat paddock and horses and dogs and that's another.
So it went into marshes,
No, I never went into marsh. So there's all cows and calves in the marshes. Yeah. So that'd be we don't take dogs in there as much. Sort of you can leave them at the ute and use them when you're out of the marsh and But that's sort of about it. Just you get they in the water and then they come back out into the dry lands and you got that galbur. So it makes their feet swell up and they struggle to walk and it'll crack their feet. So we're always putting that Condy's crystals on them, like dipping their feet in, it hardens them up.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain, like, so that's a thing we see on these Facebook group chats all the time. Like hardening my dog's feet up, and you hear people, and we use condies here ourselves, but how do you go about doing that? How do you toughen their feet up, mate, for our listeners out there?
I normally just start them off every day for about a week. I just get an ice cream container and put the condies crystals in with the water, and I just dip their feet in it and just hold them there, and then throw them up straight in the cage. And I just reckon it hardens them up, just stop them from cracking and whatnot. Well, Milo actually got me onto it. He reckons all the shearers and stuff used to rub it up their arms as well, and just to like when they're shearing all the burr and stuff out here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to sound really dumb, but when you talk about the marsh, how much water is like? Is it like mud? Like I picture like a marsh, like muddy, boggy sort of stuff.
Yeah.
What actually is it like? Is it water? Is it?
Yeah, it's water. Like it, in some spots might be up to your knees on a horse.
Yeah.
And it's just like a big sort of lake, really, and it's got sort of dry patches through it. And there's a lot of kabungi, like that real tall weed and stuff. So you're riding through that, and it could be up to 10,000 or 20,000 acres underwater at times. Yeah,
And when you say underwater, you mean actually like water, or that?
Yeah, like water, like you're just riding through it on your horse. Yeah.
Yeah. So I picture like, is it Lake George down at Canberra? Like
no, it's not like
no,
it's not
like that's good. I know that.
Yeah.
It sounds. That's why I'm like, what am I picturing right now?
Yeah. No,
it was all but dry last
like
time I went down there.
Like a big lake, but just like a lot of reeds through it, and like it, it might be like that deep to up to your knees on a horse. Yeah.
Pig hunter's haven. Like
you just gotta watch where you're going in it.
Yeah. Just gonna go do a run up the marshes. Get for breastplates in and get for a night run.
Yeah.
But there'll be some heavy days, mate, when you're in there mustering.
Yeah, big days. Yeah, big days on a horse, and
horse.
We
pretty
done it,
and have some big bloody thighs on it when it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've had some pretty big days. Like one year we did take dogs through it. Like wasn't as much water there, and they had a big day. Yeah, really big day, and just going through that water. Like we had one bloke's dogs we had to go back in and grab him on the horse and ride him out for him. Yeah, and pretty gnarly.
And you mentioned cows and calves in there. So like, how much stock would you be mustering or pulling out of there?
Last year we walked 1,000 out of there. Yeah, it was 1,500 actually. Yeah,
cows.
Yeah, cows and calves.
Yeah.
And it was
negotiating there.
Yeah, I think we left at. I got down there about 6:30, and back at the yard. I think we had them in the yard, sort of cooler, about 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah, it's a big day.
Slept all right that night.
We've lost him.
Oh, it's frozen. Well, we'll just give him a moment here. I'll put him back. Sorry, just saying you would have slept all right that night.
Yeah, that was the dogs were bugged that day.
So, and you said before a lot of that's done by helicopter though?
Yeah, like helicopter will put them together and we'll walk them, and because it's that hard to see in there too, all the reeds and kabungi and whatnot. Yeah. And they get a fair spirit on them in there.
So how many of you would be working?
Well, there might be 4 or 5 of us on a horse.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
At times, just all sort of spread out and end up in one sort of area where we're mustering to, and then pick him up and go from there. Yeah.
And typically, like when you're not mustering, what's the staff scenario look like?
There's Travis, Sienna, his partner, and Greg, the manager. So there's 4 of us here sort of full time, and so just fencing, sort of water runs, and there's always something sort of happening with cattle, and no, it's good. And Travis is into the dogs and whatnot too, so it always might work a pup here and there, and always talking about dogs and whatnot.
Helps to get away, like if someone to get away to a trial or
Yeah. Nani started trialing a bit too, which is good. Yeah.
So you mentioned Peter Pearce earlier. You mentioned Crowe, Milo. Like, who else has helped you along? Like, have you had any mentors that you really like gravitated towards?
Yeah, like all those fellas, like Milo, Pete Crow. Yeah, there's Zach and Grace. They're always great. Like still to this day, like you might ask them, like, "Oh, what do you think about standing here at this trial or doing this and doing that?" Like in the trial, and they're always really good, Zach and Grace. And there's heaps of people that have helped out a heap, and grateful for it. And I don't think there's always a different way to train a dog. And I'm just open minded and look out and just listen to what everyone's got to say and make your own way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, always, no matter who it is, just listen and make your own way. And
What's the best piece of advice you reckon you ever got from someone?
Probably do what works for you, I reckon. Yeah.
And why has that resonated with you? I reckon that's great advice.
Or just like I just said, like you listen to everyone, be open minded, I reckon. You just make your own sort of way and just be open minded. Like, you're never too old to learn. Yeah.
And I guess that's almost what I was going to say is like, what would your advice be? Or is it that?
Yeah, I reckon the same thing. Like, since I got told that, like, I reckon, like, just do what works for you. Yeah.
Any plans for your dogs on the horizon, mate, or anything you'd like to try? Like I said before, there's a heap of good dogs around. Is anything you'd like to try, or any plans you got coming up?
No, not really. Just got these pups that I'm looking forward to see where they go. Just keep trying. Like, I'm always open to try a pup or whatever. Yeah. And just I'd love to do a few more trials. Get sort of back into it. Like when I was down at Scone, like I was nearly going to one every weekend. And I'd love to just get back into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Will we see you at any sheepdog trials, mate?
Yeah, I might have a crack. I'm actually went to Maryborough not long ago and got a place with Barry and in at Warren got a place. Yeah. In the yard.
In the yards.
Yeah. Can't back a race or anything, but just sit him in the race and shut the gate.
Mate, I've seen that dog work. Everything would want to move off him pretty quickly.
Yeah, he tries anyway.
Yeah. You have any young dogs by him coming through?
Yeah, I got a Barry one there that I sort of line bred. And I really like him. He's you might have seen him at Geary there. He's when I was walking cattle around, I think he's done a centre bolt, but he's a bit wobbly. He got jumped on, but I really like him. Just sort of haven't really used him a great deal lately because he's just like he's not in pain or anything, but just a bit wobbly. And I just sort of looked him up and see how he goes, and if he doesn't sort of heal up, I'll get him looked at. But he's not in pain, so I really like him and like the way he works. He's probably the closest thing I've had to Barry so far, which see how he goes, I suppose. Yeah.
Mate, for someone like we've talked about, Laura asked you before about like your advice there for someone coming through, but what about for someone that didn't come off the land? Anyone out there that might be thinking, maybe is farming for me, or but a bit unsure. What advice would you give those young people?
Just go out and have a go. Like, there's no right or wrong way. And just ask plenty of questions. And there's no stupid question, I don't reckon. Just have a go, because we've all got to start somewhere, and we've all started the same sort of way. Like, well, I did anyway, like from Branxton, and just have a go. Yeah.
Great advice, mate. Great advice. What do you have, Laura?
I was going to say, what's your death row meal?
Death row meal.
Death row meal. Oh, I don't know. I love food.
So you look like a man that likes a steak or...
Yeah, I love crumb steak.
He's looking at him every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crumb steak, you reckon?
Crumb steak, yeah.
Crumb steak. Any sides?
Oh, probably chips and salad and Diane sauce.
Diane sauce.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you got to have sauce.
No,
Yeah.
easy man to please, mate. Very modest,
Yeah.
very honest. I love it. Oscar, thank you very much for your time tonight, mate. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
I know talking in front of the camera isn't something you see yourself doing all the time, and we're a bit out of the comfort zone. But really appreciate you putting yourself out there, mate. Thank you.
No, thank you.
To all our listeners out there, please remember we learn every day, and a day we stop learning is a sad one for all of us. Thank you.
No, thank you.